Pacers start off with the ball. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Lane Beer is out there with Dennis Rodman. Then there's Dumars. Then there's Aguirre. And it's Thomas in at the point guard. Stolen by Dumars. Plays it in off the breakaway.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Now, here's George. And it's off from three-point range. Dumars, the pass to Thomas. Back to Dumars. Outside Thomas. Rodman with a screen on Hill. 6 on the shot clock. He gets it in there.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now here is Hill. Pass to Watson. Now here's Hibbert. Hibbert with a screen for George. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Solid play there from PG, absorbing the contact, but staying with that shot for the and one.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting one.
That free throw good from George.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Now here's Rodman. Here's Dumars. David West grabs the miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Rebounded by Lambier. Pass to Dumars. Wide open. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now, here's George.
Joe Dumars. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Now Hill. And Watson has it in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. West a screen on Dumars. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Thomas. Buried from 15 feet out. Thomas got his second bucket tonight.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Hill passes to George. Lambier with the steal. Here's Thomas. It's rebounded by Indiana. And here is Hill. Pass to Hibbert. Watson dishes to West. West draws the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball.
Six to shoot. Hibbert finds George. The 3. Detroit with the rebound. Lambier's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Now, here's Dumars. Pass to Lambier. It's Thomas on the wing. He's guarded by Hill. Thomas's shot is off. Pacers trail by 5. And it's Hill penetrating. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And the slick pass from George set that up well. He has such a natural instinct for where to send the ball.
Now, here's Thomas. Pass to Dumars. Hibbert pulls it in. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Watson, the pass to West. Hill deciding where to go with it. Going inside. Indiana needs to get a shot off. West misses. Detroit leading by 3. To the inside, Thomas. And Hibbert with the block. Watson the pass to Hill. Lets a floater go. That one falls. George has got 5 points so far.
Quick decision right there from George, not giving the D any time to react.
And here's a timeout now from Emmanuel Barnett. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Outside Dumars. That's short off the rim. Indiana trailing here. And George kicks to Hill. Out to the wing. Watson the pass to West. Shot clock at 5. Back to Watson. So they take the lead.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Rodman. And the jam by Dennis Rodman.
And just an excellent setup. Joe Dumars just plays with such poise and intelligence, the quintessential combo guard.
Now, here's George. 5 points in the game. Pass to Watson. Now West. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson.
Well, that is just brute strength by West, powering through the contact inside.
And Thomas, here we go. He's off from 17 feet.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Thomas with the steal. To the paint. Aguirre kicks to Thomas. Pass to Dumars. This one for 3. A beautiful assist by Thomas to set up the basket. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for Detroit.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Here's Rodman, the Pacers making the shot. Dumars the pass to Lambier. Clock at 6. Over Hibbert. Bill Lambier parries it from mid-range.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
Yeah, there's not much else the defender can do there.
Outside Hill. Lambier with the steal. Thomas with it. He's picked up by Hill. Here's Aguirre. A putback, and Rodman showing off his athleticism with a great putback slam.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Hill passes to Watson. Puts one up from 19. And there are the Pacers with another bucket. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Pass to Rodman. Back to Thomas. Here's Aguirre. Again, the Pistons good for 2. Here's George. He's got 5. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go.
Coburn's checked in for Indiana. Turner comes in for Hill.
Substitution on the floor.
Here's Turner. Pass to Hibbert. Outside Turner. Here's Copeland. Here's the three. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Pistons leading. Williams passes to Mahorn. Makes it off the glass.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him now.
Pass to Copeland. Hibbert kicks to Turner. And here is West. 5 to shoot. Williams against Turner. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Detroit leading by 3. Here's Williams. He goes up again. It's rebounded by Roy Hibbert. And here are the Pacers now. George with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And the dunk by West.
Putting his agility to great use on that jam. West can just pop off the floor.
Mahorn a screen on Turner. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And some changes here for the Pacers. Mahinmi's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for West. And it's Williams in for George. And a switch here also for Detroit. Dumars is checked in. Here's Turner. Still scoreless. Outside Williams. Pass to Scola. The Pacers have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
At the line for 2, Luis Scola.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one drops. He ties it up. And Indiana making a change here. Jones is checked in. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. 1:22 left in the first. Outside Edwards. Pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Tries from 16. Good work defensively by Turner. Here's Copeland. Jones finds Turner. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. Over Williams. Another shot. And Scola with the layup. And the Pacers lead by 3.
Good effort to stay with the play and save the possession.
Here's Dumars. It's rebounded by Copeland. Pass to Jones. The kick out to Scola. Here's Copeland. Jones with the bounce pass. Right side Turner. Scola, a screen on Williams. Turner for 3. Detroit with the rebound. Johnson for 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Pacers lead by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Williams is out there with Johnson. Then there's Edwards. Then there's Mahorn. And it's Dumars in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Williams after Luis Scola's score. Williams finds Johnson. Outside Dumars. There's a screen. Left side, Edwards. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Tuesday, they will start out on the road to play the Bucks in Milwaukee. And then on Tuesday, they'll head back home to host the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for that game against Chicago, that's a contest that I'll keep an eye on. That'll be the 5th time they take to the floor, and they want to get off to a quick start.
And he makes the first. Davis is checked in for the Pacers. He's perfect from the line this time. Indiana leading by 3. Pass to Copeland. Davis kicks to Turner. Mahinmi, a screen on Williams. Turner passes to Mahinmi. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Turner against Williams. Johnson outside, 20 feet out, and Scola pulls it down.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Shot's good by Turner.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Now, here's Johnson. He has yet to score. Mahorn, no good.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Pistons foul. Williams.
Let's check in for Davis.
First team foul. Substitution for the Pacers. Number 96. James Smith.
Scola with it. 6 points for him, and taken away by Johnson. Outside Williams. Back to Johnson. Pass to Edwards, and stolen by Scola. To the middle, here's Copeland, shoots over Dumars. Indiana again, turning it over. Indiana making some changes. George is checked in for Chris Copeland. Hill comes in for Smith, and it's Watson in for Turner. And the Pistons with possession here. They trail by 7. Mahorn, a screen on George. Down low, it's stolen by Mahinmi. Watson surveying the D. Pass to Hill. Now here's Scola. Scola sets a screen for George. Hits the jumper in space. George has got the lead up to 9 now for the Pacers.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And here's a timeout now from Emmanuel Barnett. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. So for the Pistons, Sally, he's checked in for Mahorn. And Isaiah Thomas is subbed in for Williams. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, Dumars kicks to Johnson. Back to Dumars. Outside Thomas. Good, and it's Dumars picking up the assist. Dumars got 3 assists now in this one. Now, here's Watson. Outside Hill. Indiana moving the ball around. Scola, a screen on Johnson. George, that's a 2-pointer. Rebounded by the Pistons. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Here's Johnson. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Isaiah Thomas.
And now it's just a 4-point Pacer lead. And it's Watson with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Lob pass to George and taken away by Johnson. Pass to Dumars. And here is Thomas. Can't get it to fall. Pacers leading by 4. And George kicks to Watson. Mahimi against Sally. Watson's shot is good.
Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
And it's Detroit's ball. It's Thomas on the wing. He's covered by Watson. Here's Sally. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Sally's got his first basket of the night.
Just a smooth, clever playmaker. Isaiah keeping...
Well, here Indiana decides to talk it over. The Pacers making a change here. Hibbert's checked in, and then for Detroit, Lambier's checked in for Edwards. Rodman comes in for Sally, and Aguirre's subbed in for Johnson. The Pacers with the lead. Now Watson. He has 6. George dishes to Scola. Back to George. Clock at 6. Over Aguirre. And that one's good. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
And got to be confident in that mid-range. And Paul George certainly is.
Hill against Dumars. Lambier. Good, and it's Dumars picking up the assist. Dumars got 4 assists now tonight. And here's Watson. Outside, George. Here's Hibbert. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Lambier a screen. Thomas goes in. Plenty of space. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pacers leading by 4. Here's George. He's got 9. Pass to Watson. Outside, Scola knocks it loose and stolen by Aguirre. Wants to get it to Rodman and does. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Pass to Scola. Here's Watson. And stolen by Aguirre. Over Watson. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Aguirre's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Inside, here's George. And George with the stuff.
And he may be in his 30s, but Paul George still has got a lot of bounce.
It's Thomas on the wing. He's covered by Watson. Here's Lambier. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Lambier's got the game tied up here for the Pistons.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Timeout called the Pacers. Best is checked in for Indiana. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Johnson, he's checked in for Joe Dumars. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for the Pacers. Pass to West. Now Hibbert. Lambier defending. Thomas against Hill. Hibbert with the screen on Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hill's got his second basket of the night.
This offense just continues to impress.
Outside Thomas. Johnson down low. He's covered by Watson. No good on the shot.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
It's back to Hill. And the Pacers another three.
Hey, if you leave a great shooter open, you deserve to get better.
Thomas with the ball. He's got 7. Johnson outside. It's rebounded by West. West has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Now here's Hibbert. George in the post. Aguirre covering, and it's George missing. Here's Johnson. That's in there, coming off the assist from Aguirre. Aguirre's got 3 assists in the game.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Outside Hill.
Detroit foul. Vinny Johnson. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Hill. West setting the pick for Hill. 6 to shoot. West finds George. Over Aguirre. And again, it's Indiana.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Pistons trail by 6. Rodman sets the screen for Johnson. Pass to Rodman. Here's Thomas. He's guarded by Hill. Thomas goes in. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Now here is Hill. He's got 8. Scores after the quick crossover. Hill's got 10.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Johnson with it. He's covered by Watson. Here's Thomas. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. 11 points in the game.
And though Thomas is great from the perimeter, he has a toughness and a willingness to go in amongst the trees and kind of mix it up.
Now, here is George. 13 points in the game.
Yeah, with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Out to the right wing. Here's Lambier. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. West has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
The 3 from George. And Indiana, another 3.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And so it's Indiana going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Good to see you and welcome A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Detroit Pistons. And swerving off topic for a moment, since this is the halftime show, I was just wondering, what was halftime like in the locker room back when you guys were playing?
I would never be checking my stats and figure out if I'm close to a double-double or not. That's something I would never do.
Yeah, he was trying to figure out if he's close to the double-double. He didn't know if it was rebounds and points already or a cheeseburger.
I'm talking about the cheeseburger. What are you talking about, Kitty?
Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Pacers.
Rebounding, clearly an emphasis of theirs coming in. Everyone's bringing the energy and putting in that work.
Gotta appreciate the blue-collar approach.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
So it's Detroit now. It's a 10-point game. West out there with Roy Hibbert. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Watson. And it's Hill in at the 1 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Rodman passes to Dumars. Now, here is Lambeer, covered by Hibbert. Lambeer, good.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Now, here's Watson. It's Hill on the wing. West a screen on Thomas. Hill, no good. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. To the left side wing. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. It's Hill on the wing. He's guarded by Thomas. Hill kicks it to West. It's stolen by Rodman. Outside Thomas. Outside Dumars. Thomas down low. West is there. Thomas, no good. Pacers leading by 8. George dishes to Hill. West passes to Watson. Hibbert kicks to George. 5 on the clock. Outside Hill. Over Thomas. Hill, no good. Pistons trail by 8. Aguirre passes to Dumars. Outside Thomas. Pacers with the rebound. West has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Watson. That one goes in. Watson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pacers.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And here's a timeout now. Group and go over the strategy. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Up top, Dumars. He's covered by Watson.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Thomas passes to Lambier. Hibbert pulls it in. Hibbert's got his 4th rebound in this one.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
George looking over the floor. Offline from the top of the key. Pistons trail by 12. And the shot goes in from McGuire. McGuire's got his 3rd bucket of the night. McGuire's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. George against McGuire. Hill passes to West. West a screen on Dumars. Watson, that's for 2. Nice D from Dumars. Detroit with the ball. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half over Watson. And the baseline jumper, no good.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Well, the NBA keeping an open mind. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, "This is the only league that plays 48 minutes. I'm a fan of 10-minute quarters. A 2-hour format is more consistent with modern television habits, but it's such a dramatic change. Something like that would have to be talked about over time." Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Lambier against Hibbert. It's stolen by Watson. To the inside. And Hibbert the bucket on the assist by Watson. Watson's got his 5th assist in this one. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 14. And here's a timeout now from Emmanuel Barnett. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Indiana on D. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. The Pistons working the ball around now. Here's Lambier. It's rebounded by Roy Hibbert. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Pass to Hill. Just 5 on the clock. From about 19 feet, Detroit with the rebound. And even 3-on-3 break. Stolen by George. On the wing, George. Now here is Hill. Now Watson. Hibbert with a screen on Dumars. From deep, George. The shot's good on the assist by West. West has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pistons trail by 17. Now Dumars. 7 points in the game. Outside Thomas to end the cold streak. It's rebounded by Indiana. West has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Hill finds Watson. McGuire against George. His 3-pointers off the mark. To the paint, stolen by George. Hill inside. He's guarded by Thomas. It's stolen by Hill. Pass to George. To the middle. And he banks in the layup. George has got 26 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Indiana.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And the Pacers call time here. He's checked in for Paul George. Detroit also making some changes. Mahorn checked in for Laimbeer. Edwards comes in for Dennis Rodman. And it's Johnson in for Aguirre. And here's Watson. He's got 8. West a screen on Thomas. Drives to the hoop. Watson dishes to Hibbert. Outside Turner. Shot clock at 5. Over Johnson. And it comes off the front of the rim.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done. Well, you guys know I love analytics, but I still like the mid-range, especially when he's taking the shot.
Pass to West. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
And inside, West holds nothing back, getting physical and drawing a foul while in the act.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw missing. The Pacers making a switch here. Scola's checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Long's checked in. And he's good on the second. Pistons trail by 16. Outside Thomas. Over Watson. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
Here's Hill. He's got 12. Outside Scola. West finds Turner. Back to West. That ball. Nice feed that time from Turner. West has got 7 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Outside Thomas. Over Watson. Thomas's shot is off.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Watson, the pass to West. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
For Indiana, David West, 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And some changes here for the Pacers. Mahinmi's checked in for Watson. And Chris Copeland subbed in for George Hill. Williams, he's checked in for the Pistons. And he sinks the second. Here's Williams. Nothing on the board. Down low, it's stolen by Mahinmi. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the 3rd, and the basket by Scola.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
So it's the Pistons now, 19-point game. Johnson outside, Pulls up, high post, pass to Long. Here is Mahorn, 6 on the shot clock. And he uses the glass on the layup. Mahorn's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
West outside. And Luis Scola, the bucket, and the assist by West. Scola's got 10 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Bounce pass from Williams. Johnson left side. It's rebounded by Copeland.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The shot by Turner, no good.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
On the wing, Williams hasn't made one yet. Here's Edwards, and Edwards slams it in.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Pacers out in front, leading by 17. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the floor for Detroit here in the 4th. Edwards out there with Joe Dumars. Then there's Mahorn. Then it's Williams. And it's Johnson in at the 2-guard spot. That free throw, no good. He's off on the second. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Outside Dumars. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
On the wing, George. He's guarded by Johnson. And George gets it to go.
And we know George can score from all 3 levels, which is why he's capable of catching fire.
There's the pick. Johnson, the pass to Mahorn. No good from 11 feet. Pacers leading by 16. And George kicks to Copeland. Misses the 3. It's Williams, high post. Mahinmi on him. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Scola sets a screen for George. Inside. And Turner with the basket on the assist by George. George has got 6 assists here tonight. Williams against Turner. Johnson left side. Over George. Johnson can't get it to go. There's the triple. And Paul George with the 3. George has got 31 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Johnson. Stan, what advice would you give to coaches that are leading a struggling team?
Well, Kevin, I think the number one thing, whether you're leading a struggling team or a team playing really well or anything in between, is to just stay consistent. Keep working on the things that you know over time make teams consistent. Go out and talk about those things day in and day out and try to get your team to focus on those.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for the Pacers. And Detroit with a change here, too. Isaiah Thomas checked in for Williams. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Clock at 6. Will it go? That one doesn't drop. Great tee that time from Hibbert.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
Free throw good from Copeland. So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
It's good. 8 points for Roy Hibbert.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Thomas passes to Edwards, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Back to George. Over in the corner, Turner. Scola sets a screen for Turner. Scola left side. It's hauled in by Edwards. Edwards got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Outside Thomas. To the inside. Here's Mahorn. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Turner.
And just a poster child for the role of enforcer. Mahorn knows exactly what he's being paid to do, and boy, does he do it well.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans, Greg. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions, only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
Outside Dumars. Thomas inside. He's against Hill. Thomas gets the bucket.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Hill dishes to Hibbert. Pass to George. West a screen on Johnson. George passes to West. Thomas against Hill. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Clock at 2. Here's Hibbert. The shot's good on the assist by West. West has got 6 assists here tonight.
Well, he's shooting a high percentage, but not taking enough shots, in my opinion. He needs to be more aggressive on offense.
Outside Thomas. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And after playing the first half without a single turnover, he's gotten a little careless since the break.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Detroit also making some changes. Bill Lambier's checked in for Mahorn. Rodman comes in for Edwards. And Aguirre's subbed in for Johnson. Johnson in the corner. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Williams, he's checked in for Indiana. Here's Copeland. Right side, Williams. Pass to Mahinmi. 5 on the clock. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Stola. Some solid defense by Rodman. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for Detroit. Lambier with a screen on Turner. Thomas against Turner. And here's Dumars. Goes up from the top of the key. Rebound by Mahinmi. Mahinmi's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Copeland kicks to Mahinmi. Here's Copeland. On the wing, Turner. He's guarded by Thomas. Pulls it up. Nice shot from the wing. Thomas with the ball. Stan, we've seen teams make surprising playoff runs only to falter the next year. Team trajectories not always a straight line, clearly.
No, absolutely, Kevin. I would think in most cases it's not a straight line. Because, look, the other teams are all trying to win, too. That's what makes things different. So you might be slightly off the next year and someone else makes a big jump, and then it looks like your decline is a lot bigger than it is. Every year is a new year.
Isaiah Thomas puts the pass right on the money.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Outside Williams. Turner against Thomas. Lambier with the steal. Here's Aguirre. Good, and it's Dumars picking up the assist. Dumars got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Turner dishes to Copeland. Back to Turner. He can't get that one to fall. Excellent D from Thomas.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Lambier with a screen on Williams. Pass to Lambier. Corner shot. And they'll get another chance. Aguirre, good.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Outside Williams. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Rodman's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Thomas, here we go. Scores off the spin. Thomas got 6 here in this quarter.
And it's getting late, guys, but all of a sudden they have hope when just a little while ago it looked like hope was lost.
The Pacers call timeout. Jones checked in for Williams. Pacers leading by 22. Outside, Jones, and stolen by Thomas. And oh, here we go with Thomas. Nobody back. And that one, good. Thomas got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, I know we don't want to jinx it, but he's still perfect from the field in this quarter.
And Copeland kicks to Jones. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion as those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices. The pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. It's stolen by Rodman. Now Detroit moving it up. Right side Thomas, and the shot will go down. Indiana leading by 18. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lets it go from 11. The shot is off. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Tosses it up. Cleared away by Jones. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Outside Scola. 6 to shoot. It's Turner. Puts it up. That shot, no good.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Oh, what a use of the baby hook. Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely, and they haven't faced much resistance.
And he misses the J.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Scola inside, covered by Dumont. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Substitution on the court.
And here's Detroit. They trail by 16. Miller against Johnson. It's deflected. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. And John Sally, the Spider, snares the rebound. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Paul George.